Hello friends, I'm Father Saleen Joseph. Welcome to Edu Skills OET Made Easy. I'll tell you how to fall in love with this subtext reading. And today I'll be teaching you the strategies and tips for OET reading part B. Are you ready to travel with me? Today I'll tell you how to fall in love with the subjects.
A computer, I told you when you define, a computer is a machine that stores and processes information. So a computer is the name of the thing that you are defining. Is the verb. A machine is the class to which the computer belongs. That is the connective word. Stores and process information are the two characteristics of that computer. Or I told you, if you have to DBT, if you have to define, deep vein thrombosis is the name, is the verb being used. A condition is the class to which DBT belongs, and where is the connective word, and a clot forms in the calf veins is the feature of that particular condition. So I told you also about the strength, and why I'm telling you to understand gist, that's very important. This paragraph belongs to first type of paragraph, topic sentence in the beginning. Very definition is the topic sentence. So you know what is going to be the answer from the topic sentence. So out of the 4 models, this belongs to the first model, and most often, most of the texts belong to the first model. So this is the model. I gave you this example that day when I taught you. Just I'm reminding you, this paragraph has this particular paragraph structure. So the topic sentence tells you what is the answer. The key word or focus should be, and also I told you about the scales. If you have to remind yourself, and scales, there are plenty here used in this particular small, short text. The scale all is not most is not many, many is not a few, or some, few, a few is not few. Okay. A scale is always, sometimes, occasionally. So any type of scales can appear here. Okay. So, and synonyms, I told you, it could be something like beautiful can be said as gorgeous, handsome, lovely, exquisite, all those things. Just for an idea. See, comparison can be, see, the strong, stronger, long, longer, weak, weaker, big, bigger. So the stronger the value of the Australian dollar and the longer it stays strong, the weaker our economic activity will be next year. So understand the comparisons, contrast, high, low, big, small, anxious, cheap, expensive. Okay, there is a spelling mistake. Okay, I'll correct. Absolute darkness, adjectives. Absolute is the adjective. Firm is the adjective. Unfamiliar is the adjective. So absolute darkness, firm, connection, unfamiliar things. We don't have adjectives many here. And also, I just want to recall these things. Be focused on these synonyms and synonymous language. This is the example I gave you for synonyms. But synonyms means the different words means same. Whereas synonymous is a phrase where you have different phrases given or the same meaning given using different words. Okay, cause and effect language, I always stressed it. Today we have the use of cause and effect language. If you don't understand the cause and effect language, today's answer will be difficult. Not only that, any questions on gist or the basic understanding of general idea of the text will be really challenging. So the example I gave you, I want to repeat. Industrialization is the cause of global warming. That can be said as global warming is the result of industrialization. Industrialization leads to global warming. And all those modal verbs, you know, I need not tell you. Okay, getting back to the whole thing. See here, as a result of low bone masses, bones become weak and break. Weak and break. Weak means skeletal deformity. Break means broken bones. How beautifully it is being used. You can just check out. See, as a result of bone mass, bones become weak. Bones become weak due to low bone mass. So here, the bones become weak is the synonym of skeletal deformities, and bones break is the broken bones. So beautifully it is given. So only idea that you are being misguided, saying that while doing all these things, till here, till trauma, it speaks about the first option. Okay, which is the first option? Osteoporosis. And other bone diseases include Paget's disease and osteogenesis imperfecta. Okay, Paget's disease causes skeletal deformities and fractures, but doesn't say about the C option at all. It speaks about the B option, Paget's disease causes skeletal deformities and fractures. So what is the general idea of the paragraph? For example, I am telling you 1 hour, I am teaching you about Ramayana. At the end, I tell you, even in Mahabharata, another Purana, there are real heroes like you have in Ramayana. Okay, last sentence, I tell you one sentence after 1 hour session on Ramayana. I am telling you, even in a Purana called Mahabharata, we have such heroes that you found in Ramayana. So what was the session about? Now we can answer. Ramayana. Is it about Mahabharata?
No.
No. So the whole paragraph speaks till here, trauma. The whole paragraph speaks about Ramayana, osteoporosis. Okay. Then they say there are some other diseases like this. Even one of them have this particular difficulty of skeletal deformity and fractures. So what is the gist or the main idea of the paragraph, focus of the paragraph? It is osteoporosis, which is clearly given in the very definition. Okay. There they start with that condition, diseases. Then you start here, osteoporosis. The most common, the scale tells you, bone disease is osteoporosis. The most common bone disease. Which is the bone disease? The most common bone disease. The scale being used confirms you that is the answer. Whereas here, you don't have any scales being used. It's never explained. Paget's disease causes skeletal deformities and fractures. Now strategies are being used there. So being trained in strategically, you should never have a doubt, because the most common bone disease is osteoporosis. Which bone disease causes, means which is the disease, prominent disease, is characterized by low bone mass, which means skeletal deformities, deterioration of bone structure, the skeletal deformities, all synonymous. Osteoporosis can be prevented as well as diagnosed and treated. That's a common comment there in between. Low bone mass means that bones have less than optimal amounts of calcium and other minerals that make them strong. Means the bones are weak. They have less optimal amounts of calcium and other minerals. So again, it speaks about skeletal deformity. As a result of low bone mass, bones become weak and bones break. Okay. So beautifully it is given again and again. Ramayana is being explained. Okay, then why do you doubt about Mahabharata? It's only a casual information given at the end, telling that even in these diseases, sometimes this happens. Okay, but then all other sentences with all the strategies, the scale, so many expressions of scale, comparison, cause and effect language, everything is being even modal verbs, everything is stressed and explained. Then my confusion, why do you get a doubt there? As per the strategies I taught you, what causes a doubt over there, and what argument do you have to say that Paget's disease causes skeletal deformities and fractures? And if they are to give you the direct answer, it's not a competitive exam. Okay, it's like primary school. Directly they are saying, this is it. Paget's disease causes skeletal deformities and fractures. These are the tricks they play to trap you. So you should immediately say, you can't play that trick with me. I am going to play my trick with you. I am a master of tricks. So cool. I know. Very beginning, as soon as you understand one scale. That's why I said, look into these clues as you skim through the text. Whether there is a scale, whether there is a comparison, there is a cause and effect language, and whether there's a contrast, immediately you can find, maybe after the contrast expression, but however, you have the answer. Here it begins after defining the condition, bone diseases, it begins with the most common bone disease is osteoporosis.